What's up, everybody? This is Ken with Xmods Gaming. Just doing another review video about the Striker DC wireless gamepad from Retro Fighters for the Sega Dreamcast. Is the console that's for. Let's see. Give you like a little brief description here. Compatible with the original Sega Dreamcast. Let's see, no drift, Hall effects, analog sticks, so we'll get back to that in a minute. VMU dock included, 2.4 gigahertz wireless technology for low latency, 30-foot wireless range, wireless vibration feedback, upgradable firmware, so that's something I probably have to do. And I'll get back to that in a second. Comfortable. Let's see, with the D-pad, turbo functionality, comfortable ergonomic design, USB-C rechargeable battery. Dang. All right, and then looks like 10 hours plus battery life per charge. Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like. And then I'll do kind of like a comparison. $44.99, made in China. No shocker there. And this is what it looks like. So this is your start button, turbo, and clear. So I guess you could set any one of these buttons as turbo. Haven't really tried that. And then you got your bumpers up here and down here. Bumpers and triggers. D-pad's not bad. And then there's your Hall effects thumbstick. So what Hall effects is, it uses magnets instead of using like a resistor, kind of like pots or whatever. So these don't wear out like you know how PS2 or PS5 you get stick drift, or even on the Nintendo Switch. This will never wear out. Essentially, it's guaranteed for like the lifetime of the controller, really. And there's your sync button, right there, and then your USB-C charging. So, I guess you could also do your firmware through there as well. I haven't tried that yet, but I should look into it. And then here's the dock. So it does have a dock, and this plugs into your Dreamcast. And then you could slide your VMU memory card in there. So my only real complaint is like every time you plug this in, you have to sync your controller and then you're good. So you just hold these two buttons down for like 10 seconds and you're good to go. So yeah, my console's pretty close, so I don't really need wireless technology. But at the game store, I traded a bunch of stuff in, and this is the only thing they had. It is comfortable. And I don't think it gives you that much of an advantage over games. Because it would be nice if there was like a dual thumbstick, but it's just how the Dreamcast is created. Along with like the N64, you only have one analog stick. But then some games, like first-person shooters, you have to like look up and down with these buttons, and then these triggers are meant for like shooting or whatnot, melee attacks, whatnot. And let's see. I'm not sure what that's for. And that's like I think that's a weight underneath, because it is clear. When I first got it, I thought it was a battery, but I'm pretty sure that's just a weight to kind of just weigh it down, which is nice so it doesn't slide. So here try to do a comparison here. So here's just a reminder of the original Dreamcast controller. This is also a Hall Effects thumbstick, so it'll never wear out. I think the guy at the game store is like, well, the original Dreamcast has Hall Effects, so it'll never wear out. But he's wrong, because he's selling this and it has a Hall Effects as well. So that's pretty cool. And the Dreamcast always had this cord that you have to put like that to the front, so it's kind of an afterthought, really. And then you just have two triggers, and then you have two slots here for, you can switch between memory cards, or also known as the VMU, virtual memory unit, I believe is what it stands for. So at least on here, you could see, sometimes it'll be like, if you're playing like a football game, you'll see like scores and updates and stuff like that. Depending on what game you play, or you might just see a logo of the game you're playing, or you can also kind of do like a Tamagotchi thing. You can like raise a pet, do mini games on here. So yeah, it's just kind of an overview. So you're really not gaining or losing anything by going to the Retro Fighters. And this is a non-sponsored review, as you can tell. But other than that, if you want a new controller, I could recommend it. Also has Rumble built into it, so that's a plus. Not sure if the Dreamcast has Rumble support built into it or not. I don't think it does. I think you have to get like a Rumble pack or something, maybe. I could be wrong about that, but it looks like there is no Rumble compared to in here. You can kind of see the Rumble motor. Let's see what the bottom says. Pretty much what the box says. So, but there you go. There's just kind of a comparison. This D-pad is a little bit more wonky compared to the Retro Fighters, so I think this is good for like fighting games, is kind of what they're applying. And okay, so yeah. Oops, accidentally turned it on. But yeah, if it's just blinking like that, it's trying to pair up to this. But yeah, you just hold the sync button to do that. And yeah, I wish I would have updated the firmware. I'm glad I held onto the box. Let me see if there's any instructions in here real quick. I can't remember, because I got this like 6 months ago. I was going to show some gameplay, but I don't really see the point in it. But yeah, I don't remember if I got any instructions in here. It's just kind of like the box. I kind of hold on to the boxes in case, if I do want to trade it or sell it. It just sells easier with the box, just call me a hoarder or not, But anyways, that's all for me for right now. Until next time, I'll do another review. All right, later.